morning, St. Martin. I'm Yesenia Lazaro, and welcome to another edition of St. Martin News Desk, brought to you by TV15, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. Let's dive right into our top headlines. Prosecutors in Curaçao are seeking a life sentence for CSH, a 53-year-old alleged member of the No Limit Soldiers (NLS), accused of orchestrating 2 murders and 2 attempted killings between 2016 and 2017. Victims include Kevin Matura and Nino Brown Truitt, while Kimoy Gumbs and Marini Nunez survived assassination attempts. The murders were reportedly revenge for the 2015 killing of Latoya Flanders, girlfriend of the NLS leader Erwin Wawo. Encrypted PGP messages linked CSH to planning and payment arrangements for the crimes, allegedly involving hitmen from St. Croix. He also faces charges of criminal organization membership and extortion. CSH denies involvement, claiming he feigned cooperation to avoid trouble. A verdict is expected on March 13, 2025. Meanwhile, NLS's ongoing criminal operations span arms trafficking, money laundering, and murders for hire across the Caribbean and Europe. 3 suspects, including a former parliamentarian, stood trial today on charges of vote buying. The public prosecutor's office argued that such actions undermined St. Martin's democratic system and show contempt for values that uphold the country's rule of law. Highlighting the island's vulnerable democracy, prosecutors stated that vote fraud significantly impacts the fairness of elections across and erodes public trust. They demanded an 18-month prison sentence for the former parliamentarian, alongside a 6.5-year ban on holding public office and an asset forfeiture order. The case emphasizes the need for integrity in leadership, with severe sentencing aimed at deterring future violations. A verdict is expected on January 8, 2025. The Central Bank of Curaçao and St. Martin, CBCS, projects steady economic growth in both countries for 2025, according to its December 2024 economic bulletin. Curaçao's GDP grew by 5.4% in 2024, up from 4.2% in 2023, while St. Martin's growth slowed to 3.1% from 3.8%. Curaçao's growth was driven by private demand and increased investments in energy and construction, while St. Martin's slower pace reflected the completion of major projects like the airport reconstruction and disruptions in electricity supply. Inflation in 2024 was 3.1% for both islands, with higher consumer prices in St. Martin compared to 2023. Looking ahead, Curaçao's GDP is expected to grow by 3.2% in 2025, with St. Martin at 2.6%. Global risks include rising trade protectionism, and geopolitical tensions could impact this outlook. Domestic challenges such as climate change and healthcare sustainability also pose threats. Curaçao and St. Martin must adopt an outward-looking approach, emphasizing collaboration within the kingdom and region to address external challenges like climate change and global trade shifts, says CBCS President Richard Dornbush in the December 2024 Economic Bulletin. Dornbush highlighted the need for Dutch technical assistance to develop climate adaptation strategies and access international climate funds. He also proposed conditional debt relief during extreme crises to aid infrastructure recovery. Regional collaborations such as Curaçao's CARICOM associate membership can enhance resilience to external shocks through shared expertise in climate adaptation, disaster recovery, and public health. However, Dornbush stressed that fiscal discipline and trade diversification are equally critical for reducing vulnerabilities.
Hello, my people. Make sure you tune in to Sit, Sip, and Chat every Monday at 5 p.m. on TV15 and every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m.
And make sure tune in to the Late Night Show with Andrew Dick from Monday to Friday at 10 p.m. with a repeat in the afternoon for no reason. In the afternoon, the Late Night Show at 3 p.m. Thank you, TV15.
Thank you, TV15. Make sure tune in.
Make sure tune in to the Late Night.
And Sit, Sip, and Chat.
Late Night.
We exposed 5 strangers to different KFC menus to see if the flavor can enhance any moment. And at the first bite, the party began. We repeated the experiment during the day, during business hours, on weekends, with sunshine, with rain. It's confirmed any moment can be a KFC moment.
The Honorable Finance Minister, Marinka Gumbs, introduced the 2025 draft budget, forecasting 574 million guilders in income and 572 million guilders in expenditures. Projections shows steady growth in revenue and spending through 2028, with 2025 revenue relying on Q2 2024 data and aligned with GDP growth. Tax revenue, a key component, is expected to reach 453 million guilders in 2025, driven by higher wages, turnover taxes, and construction projects. By 2026, a tourist tax could add 18 million guilders annually. Revenue from fees, permits, and concessions is also expected to grow steadily. Personnel costs will rise by 15 million guilders in 2025 due to salary adjustments, job reclassifications, and increased benefits. Material costs are set to decrease slightly, offset by increased depreciation and interest expenses tied to new investments. The minister emphasized vigilance, reforms, and resource efficiency to sustain financial stability. The Tax Inspectorate has extended the deadline for approved 2023 profit tax filers. Taxpayers previously granted an extension to December 31st, 2024 now have until Friday, January 3rd, 2025 at 2 p.m. to file and pay. Forms are available online at www.tax.sx and stmartingov.org or through the Government Online Services portal. Submissions must be made at the Vineyard Building, with payments accepted via bank transfers or in person at the receiver's office. Offices will close for the holidays from 12 noon on December 24th, 2024 and reopen on January 2nd, 2025. For assistance, contact the Tax Administration Building at 542-2143 or via email at taxinfo@stmartingov.org. Best wishes for the holiday season. The Honorable Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sports, Melissa D. Gumbs, had made significant progress with stakeholder consultations just over 2 weeks in her term. The ministry is creating an ECYS priority action plan based on these discussions. In January 2025, Gumbs will meet with school boards and managers. She is working to resolve key issues, including delayed teacher indexations by the end of 2024. Gumbs also emphasized the need for closer collaboration with ministries of VSA and Justice on children's rights and youth issues. She is focused on improving youth development to address socio-economic challenges affecting schools. Gumbs plans to conduct ongoing reviews of ECYS stakeholders to ensure efficiency, effectiveness, and proper accountability. The Ministry of Public Housing, Spatial Planning, Environment and Infrastructure, known as VROMI, Permit Department has announced its annual cutoff period for new permit applications. Next year, the period runs from January 2nd to January 20th, 2025, during which time the department will focus on processing its backlog. No new applications will be accepted during this time, so the public is urged to submit any new applications before January 2nd. Normal operations will resume on January 20th, 2025. VROMI appreciates the public's cooperation.
Very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. I hope you're doing well. I want to show you a big front that is going to slide by for some of us, and kind of the development of a coastal system riding right up toward eastern Canada. We're seeing some areas of rain around parts of Central America. You see these scattered showers near the coast of Honduras and Belize, and for us over toward Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, parts of St. Vincent the Grenadines. We've had some showers around overnight. Even through the ABC Islands, we have a slight chance of getting a couple of showers. So let's start here. Then I want to zoom you around and show you this front and that coastal system that's going to work down a front into parts of the Caribbean. Now, first thing is first, those scattered showers around. See a little bit more green on the map. There's an area of low pressure, which is generally a storm system, but just kind of a weather maker near Colombia. You get that this time of year, and that is going to spin up some more showers back toward Costa Rica and Panama. This here is by tomorrow. Guyana, Suriname still active. In Trinidad and Tobago, we could get some isolated flooding over the next couple days. For us in Jamaica, not as much. Some spotty showers will be a possibility. Same thing in the Cayman Islands. Then it builds a little bit. Belize, Honduras, Nicaragua by the time we get into Saturday. So we need to watch out for some pockets of rain. Now, here's the bigger picture with this front. Now, what's going on is we're going to start to see it build. Let's get into tomorrow afternoon. It moves off the coast of the United States by Saturday. And I want to zoom down to this. This really lifts up toward the Atlantic region of Canada with snow for some, rain for others, strong winds, which I did highlight in yesterday's video, but then it drags down that front. You see here, this is by Saturday afternoon. Some of the cooler weather behind the front working its way into the Gulf of Mexico. Let's jump ahead real quick. This here, working over, you can see the time frame right there. This is by Monday. Let's get into Tuesday as well, and closer to Christmas Day. We're going to see this front working its way all the way down near Puerto Rico, more so Haiti and the Dominican Republic and Jamaica. So this bigger storm system that is building near the coast of the United States up toward Canada, it is eventually, as we approach Christmas, going to work down that front in some cooler air, at least into the northern Caribbean. And then we'll keep an eye on a second storm system back to the west. Let me zoom down real quickly where a lot of the active weather is. So we have a front pulling off the U.S. You can see this old front right here. And by the way, this is that area in the central Atlantic that I've been mentioning that could develop briefly into a subtropical storm, although it's not likely. But as the front moves off the U.S., this is by tomorrow. Look how the rain builds. Here's Bermuda. and then the rain starts to build off the coast of the mid-Atlantic, close to Cape Cod. Could even get some snow trying to work in. Isolated though in Antigua, Barbuda. I showed you the rain totals are not as high. 30-40% chance St. Kitts, Nevis, and Montserrat. We could get a couple around. Anguilla and St. Bart's 40% chance today, but it trends down 20% chance by Saturday. Same thing as we work our way into St. Martin, Saba, and Statia. Could see an isolated shower. Now Puerto Rico for us today, better chance eastern sections, but a 50% chance down to a 30% chance tomorrow, and still a 50% chance today. U.S. and British Virgin Islands, some scattered areas of rain will be possible for some of our islands. Bahamas, watching out for some isolated showers. Just keep an eye on that front that's going to work in for tomorrow and then into the weekend. And we'll get some cooler, colder weather by Saturday. Turks and Caicos, 40% chance of rain. The Dominican Republic, still some areas of rain. Some of us have been dealing with some of that flooding. I've been watching those comments. Haiti, the rain chance not as high, but tomorrow and Saturday, we're up to about a 40% chance, a 50% chance of some rain around. There is some rain nearby Belize this morning, so we're watching us for some of those scattered showers. Aruba, we have some nearby this morning, 30% chance, 20 to 30% chance. Curacao and Bonaire, central and northern Guyana, a 50% chance of rain with pockets of flooding, and about a 50 to 60% chance the next 3 days in Suriname. Rain chance stays generally on the low side across Cuba. We're looking at, though, a 50 to 60% chance. You see how it builds. Panama, Costa Rica, the rain chance is going to be going up through the weekend. Same thing in Nicaragua, and that rain chance will be higher in parts of Honduras tomorrow into the upcoming weekend. Isolated Guatemala and El Salvador. We work our way into Mexico City. I mentioned a couple showers are possible. We were in a really dry period, still generally dry, but some isolated showers. Yucatan Peninsula looking at a 30% chance, 30 to 40% chance in northern Colombia. Isolated showers northern Venezuela. And as we work our way through Bermuda tomorrow into Saturday with that front, that storm system building that's going to lift up toward Canada, that rain chance is going to be higher. So bigger fronts are getting closer. One gets closer.
Hi, Mom. How are you? But Mom, you finished all your minutes yet?
No, girl. TLM has new postpaid plans and automatically upgraded my postpaid package.
Is that so?
Guess what? I am getting more minutes and almost double the amount of data for the same price.
I guess I'm making a switch now.
Let me call you back, Mom.
Hey Tash, you hear about TLM new postpaid plans?
Force of St.Martin, KPSM, delighted unsuspected motorists this morning by distributing ham and turkey during a planned traffic control. The initiative, organized by the police management team and sponsored by Nagico Insurances, aimed to spread joy and holiday cheer and foster community spirit. Chief Commissioner of Police Carl John emphasized the importance of community policing in building trust and cooperation. While spreading joy, police also confiscated a small sword from a vehicle, highlighting the ongoing commitment to safety. KPSM encourages other private entities to engage in similar initiatives to give back to the community. On December 17, 2024, MP Shamira Roseberg and the Honorable Minister of Justice, Natalie Tackling, held a productive meeting to discuss ongoing justice matters in Parliament. MP Roseberg highlighted the need for a comprehensive crime fund policy plan to be submitted with the national budget in accordance with the law. Minister Tackling committed to ensuring its submission. A major topic also addressed was the long overdue criminal procedure law book, which both parties agreed is crucial for modernizing the justice system. The meeting reinforced their shared goal to advance legislative reforms and improve the justice sector. This week, the successful testing of the new sewage infrastructure in the Lower Princess Quarter district marked a significant milestone in improving the area's sewage management. Teams from the Ministry of VROMI and Windward Roads Infrastructure oversaw the operation. The newly installed pump pits will collect sewage from the district and pump it directly to the treatment plant, improving sanitation, reducing environmental risk, and enhancing residents' quality of life. A formal handover ceremony is scheduled for January 2025 to mark the project's completion. The Ministry of VROMI thanked all involved for their efforts and Dutch Quarter residents for their patience during the project's development. On Monday, December 16th, the Honorable Minister of VSA, Reginald Brug, visited the White and Yellow Cross Care Foundation, WYCCF, to learn about the services it offers, including new care products. The visit was warmly welcomed by the foundation's board members, including Chairman Jean Doinstey and Operation Manager Brechtje Boutekeis. The minister was briefed on WYCCF's 50-year history and new services such as home care, hospice, and dementia. Due to increased demand, waiting lists have been formed for many services. Minister Brug expressed his strong support for expanding care to meet the needs of St. Martin's growing and aging population. WYCCF outlined a 4-phase expansion plan to increase capacity, starting with a new building for psychogeriatric daycare. The first phase will help reduce waiting lists and improve more care options. Minister Brug reaffirmed his commitment to supporting mental health and preventative health care. Tuesday, December 10, 2024, the Florida Caribbean Cruise Association, FCCA, in partnership with the Ministry of Theatre and St. Martin Tourism Bureau, brought holiday cheer to Oranje School in Phillipsburg. The event, which included the distribution of gifts to approximately 200 students, was made possible by Diamond International. Santa Claus made a special appearance, delighting the children with his festive spirit. Crew members from the celebrity Equinox also joined in, distributing gifts and engaging with students. Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Grisha Heiliger Maarten, emphasized the importance of community and compassion during the holiday season. The FCCA's annual Christmas program, which had been in hiatus for 4 years, returned this year with a renewed focus on spreading joy and building stronger community connections. That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Martin News Desk. Thank you for joining us, and remember, new episodes premiere every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. on TV 15 across our social media platforms and all Alexa devices globally. I'm Yesenia Lastra wishing you a wonderful weekend. See you next time, and don't forget, stay friendly, St. Martin. Season's greetings.